It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Dog. I am thankful that you are hanging out with us today as we begin a brand new year here at the Daily Dog. It is 2022 and this is the first episode that we are going to be recording and publishing on our channel as we start out 2022. I am very much looking forward to all of the music that we are going to be listening to together as we go through this year. So we were thinking over the last few weeks of which song that we wanted to start the year with. It is a time of renewal. It is a time of setting intentions. And this piece, The Glass Prison by Dream Theater, is the one that has been on top of mine and the one that we decided to go with today. This piece by Dream Theater is the opening track on their sixth album called 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. It was released 20 years ago this month in January of 2002. The reason why I wanted to go with this one is because this piece, The Glass Prison, starts Dream Theater's 12-step suite. This is something that I didn't know existed until just a few months ago. This is 5 songs on 5 different albums that have between them 12 sections. So between these 5 songs, you have 12 different sections between them. And each one of these sections is based on one of the 12 steps of the Alcoholics Anonymous program. So we're dealing with addiction and wanting to break free of that hold on our life. And so as we start a new year and resolutions and people setting new intentions and wanting to do better in their own personal lives and their prioritizations of the new year, this piece I think is very timely for us to listen to. And it's a Metal Monday, my friends. It is January 3rd, the first Monday of the year, and at least in my reading in and spot checking, this definitely does qualify as metal. So strap in, y'all. It's going to be a powerful, powerful ride today. I was looking into this, and Mike Portnoy, the drummer at the time, said this about the piece, and he is the one that wrote the lyrics to this. He says it's about battling addiction and recovery, and those were some of the things that I have dealt with in my personal life over the past few years. All 3 of the movements in this piece are written directly about the first 3 steps in Alcoholics Anonymous. So the first step in the first section is about admitting to being powerless. The second step is needing the help of others. And the third section is about being willing to turn your life over and start fresh. So I'm very much interested in what the band has to say. And I can't wait, y'all. The lyrics, like I said, are by Mike Portnoy. The music is by the band. And Portnoy provides the drums, percussion, and vocals. We've got John Petrucci on guitar and vocals, Jordan Rudess on the keyboards, John Young on bass, and James Labrie on lead vocals. And my friends, a couple things. If you haven't been with us over the last few days, I have a few new things. One, we have brand new headphones. So these are our new Sennheiser HD 600s, and we very much love them so far. So we're excited about these. We also have I'm wearing my brand new, I gotta move the camera, my brand new Hey Y'all, the Daily Doug hooded sweatshirt. This one is in gray. We finally got ones that come in Doug sizes. This is a 3X, and I am excited about it. So these are available on our store tab. So I hope that if you would like one for winter time, you will pick one up. But that is a merch thing, and we don't need to talk about that anymore. We're going to get to some Dream Theater. The Glass Prison. Y'all, I listened to the entire 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, the entire suite, the second CD from this double album, as our Extended Play Lounge episode during December, the middle of December, over on Patreon. And when I saw that The Glass Prison is here, I was thinking that we might take this 12-step suite and just do just the 12-step suite as an extended play on our Patreon. But I think what we're going to do is do these in these 5 sections here on the YouTube channel, and this is the first one. So I'm happy to dive in. Let's take a look at Dream Theater's The Glass Prison. Y'all ready? Here we go. So I think that's the static from the end of Scenes from a Memory that we did listen to. We did a whole album review of that one, because Dream Theater kind of connects these albums by their outro and intro of each album. And there's a bell tolling on an F sharp, I believe. This first section is called Reflection. Static over a B chord. Heavy. Pretty static on that B. Really enjoyed Mike's drumming. Okay. Boy, he's really going at it too. But it's not, the way that it's mixed, it's not overwhelming to me. So, maybe it's a new year, it's a new Doug. I'm not too concerned with the double kick or the intensity of the drumming. B minor. Pretty long intro. Blackout, loss of control. I'm powerless, have to let go. They moved up to D. They did that minor third move like they did before. Now my half step C sharp. Losing the will to live, admitting complete defeat. It's like they're shaking you. Like, wake up! Wake up! You know? It's got my attention. Fatal Descent. Listen. Jordan. Oh, the surround sound in that is just cool because Fatal Descent spinning around, I've gone too far to turn back round. And that keyboard is just sort of in the space. Desperate attempt, stop the progression, at any length, lift this obsession. I think we all have these glass prisons, these places that we can go to in our own heads that nobody knows exists. Yeah, a safe place for ourselves. So this safe space for this person has become toxic, and they can't control it anymore. And they're reflecting on that and recognizing it, and they're wanting for this feeling of hopelessness to end. I think that's the end of that first section. Section 2 is called Restoration. The same slowdown in the drums to set up that first section as well. That's a really interesting bit of nuance. Record scratching. Run, fight.
Walking through the ash, a distant oasis before me.
These riffs that the band does, just kind of in unison with each other, they're really, really fascinating. You know? Trying to believe, stop wallowing in my own self-pity. Sing it, James. It's a high B. All it takes is a little faith to know that you're the same as us all. Some more of those chromatic thirds. That's a C sharp major chord. They were in B and they went up to a C sharp major chord, a major 2 chord. And then that resolves to E, which is the C sharp chord has an E sharp in it. And this one has an E natural in it, right? So that it shifts these chromatic third relationships. And now they're back in B. Different people. I think this side is James, but this side is Mike. Help me out if I'm wrong. It's like different sides of the same person's consciousness crying out. Believe, humility, rigorous honesty. Help me to find courage to change. There's that same move, harmonically, up a step to C sharp from where they were, and then to E. Major 2 to 4, if we're still considering ourselves really in B. Whoa! This is the new section, I think, Revelation, the last of the 3 sections. Amazing, amazing musicianship. just as fascinating as the solo. There is a lot of double kick in this, but they've got it mixed in a way that it's not overbearing to me, which I'm very thankful for. Maybe it's the new hands, who knows? But this one I looked at is, I sense the reason musically for it to be there. That's just cool. Would have wished it could go on longer. We're just through the looking glass now, right? This is intense. Still waiting for the text, the lyrics in this third section, and there's not a lot of song left. All these riffs are so similar. I don't know how I'd memorize keeping them all straight if I was in the band. Of course, if I was in the band, I'd be the water boy. Back in B, most of the song they've been kind of hovering around B, except for those few little spots where they move to other stuff, but they still seem to land on B as kind of a home base throughout here. And they still haven't sung any of this. Back up to C sharp, down to B, up to C sharp again, right, and back down. Huh. Whoa.
Way up in the distance, I saw a door. I tried to open. I tried forcing with all of my will, but still, the door wouldn't open.
You got two types of G's in there. That's really cool.
Unable to trust in my faith, I turned and walked away. I looked around, found a chill in the air, took my will and turned it over.
Unable to trust in my faith, I turned and walked away. The glass prison which one held me is gone. Huh. Armed with liberty and the key of my willingness. The door was wide open. And we heard a little bit of the glass kind of shattering at the end, and immediately it's done. Huh. Well, that was an intense way to start off the new year, wasn't it? Whew. Heavy. But really intense and really fascinating. This last little bit. The glass, let's see. Unable to trust in my faith, I turned and walked away. I looked around, felt a chill in the air, took my will and turned it over. I think that's the main part of this third part. I'm speaking actually from a point of not really having gone through. I haven't gone through the AA program. I am not an alcoholic. I enjoy occasionally an adult beverage, but I haven't known people in my life, thankfully, that have had to go, or close people in my life that have gone through a program like this. I can only imagine what it's like. But I think in this third spot that they're talking about sort of handing over their own ego and truly being willing to make a fundamental change in the way that they live and the actions that they do. And sometimes it takes turning away from your own desires and your own ego. I think it's a good word to use, and sort of giving yourself over to what may come. It's been a hard time, and it's we're right in the middle of it again. I mean, as I speak here on January 3rd, the new wave of the coronavirus is very widespread, and it feels like kind of like we're back where we started, and it can demoralize you. And I think in a similar way, or an analogous way, you know, if you have been a person that struggles with addiction, and whether it's alcohol or anything else, and you think you're getting over it, and you think that things are working and going forward and improving, and then you get slapped right back down and taken down a few steps, and you can lose your resolve and lose your hope a little bit. And so the only thing I would say to folks is that if you are struggling with something like this, there are people around that can provide help. Just reach out where you can, and trust that I think with intention and some courage and maybe a lot of grace, we can all kind of move together and improve on ourselves, and however we want to improve ourselves. And so as we start this new year, my friends, it is a time of setting intentions. It's a time of taking stock of our lives, and just kind of reinforcing the priorities that we are putting forth in our lives. And the guys in Dream Theater, I commend a lot of these bands that we've been looking at over the past several months. The subject matter of these songs are deep and intense, and they're not frivolous. This music is designed to go with us and to accompany us as we work through these very difficult times that we can sometimes have in our lives and in our journey. And I'm quite thankful to the guys in Dream Theater specifically for writing this piece, and I can't wait to keep going on it. But that'll be in a few weeks. We'll get to the next part of this. I'm not sure exactly when, but it'll be not too long. We'll get through all 5 of these portions of the entire 12-step suite by Dream Theater. But this has been The Glass Prison off of 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, and I very much enjoyed it. Y'all, it's going to be a wonderful 2022. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.